Hello, we're the Brothers Herman, and we just got back from watching The Bourne Legacy.
Gas has played with their minds, has reddened their eyes, removed all the lies. As strange as it sounds, death knows no bounds.
Okay, I would like you to step back and think of the Bourne trilogy. All the wonderful intrigue, the suspense, the action, the characters, the background, the suspense and paranoia. Now I would like you to look at the Bourne Legacy, because you ain't getting any of that.
Basically, if you took all that was good from the Bourne trilogy, threw it in a blender, and then pissed on it, you might get close to the level of stupidity that this movie was.
Yeah. We normally, we stay away from spoilers because we are generally encouraging you to go see a movie or believe that you might go see a movie. We are highly recommending that you not waste your $10. And so there will be minor spoilers. We're not going to give away the ending. We're not going to break anything. Not that there really is anything to spoil, because this movie is so vague and bland.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. So let's start with the plot. We start in the mountains and we see Jeremy Renner's character, and he's climbing around kind of doing a Bear Grylls thing, which really, frankly, you could have cut that entire section and brought the movie's time length, which was 2.5 hours, and brought it down considerably. I mean, it was cool.
Probably 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then we got this wonderful new subplot that the reason why all of the Treadstone projects were so good was because they'd had their genes messed with, and that they were on this viral therapy. And that just kind of came out of nowhere.
Oh, don't worry, it gets even worse, because the ultimate flipping you the bird moment is when they say that the reason Jason Bourne was so special was not because he didn't have any of this therapy, but because he had the therapy and somehow viraled himself out of it.
And then the other problem is that it kind of clashes with the very first movie, which said that it made it seem that what they went through was very intense psychological and physical conditioning. And that one of the guy goes, "You get the headaches? Man, I hate the headaches." And you're just sitting here going, wait a minute, we've never brought this up before, and now it comes out of nowhere? And that's the plot.
Oh, you forgot the running background, which I swear was just taken from the end of the Bourne Supremacy. They just took clips of all the government agents wandering around, and Edward Norton being...
Edward Norton?
Playing himself, maybe? I don't know. But they were just putting these clips from the last movie and sort of throwing in this background plot of, oh, they're going after Treadstone, and...
Yeah.
What?
This movie didn't make a lot of sense. Like, as we said, everything that you loved about the other movies, it's not here. And you just kind of feel like you wasted time. And, you know, and we're going to jump to characters now, because Jeremy Renner did a great job. This is not his failing. Like, there's like one or two actors I didn't like. We'll point them out, but you know, Jeremy Renner did a great job. You know, he's a good actor. He played his role very well. But this movie was so poorly written, you just didn't care about any of the characters at all.
And that's sad when you have a actor doing as well as he's doing. I don't care about his character, and the reason I don't care about his character is because of his love interest.
She is motivated by one motivation. I mean, she repeats it very frequently. Her favorite catchphrase is, "I was doing it for the science."
Yes, she is a human GLaDOS. I don't even know how to go further into this one. This woman is like, I don't know. The movie tries to make it seem like she doesn't know anything about what's going on except, you know, everything. Like how to give him the virus so that he doesn't have to take any more pills. But she doesn't know anything, as she commonly insists, except everybody thinks she knows more about what's going on than her.
The rest of the characters, everyone who you haven't met before, like, I mean, some of these characters you met in previous movies, and they're just so damn bland, you just don't care. I mean, moving forward, because there's not much more you can drill into that. Music, we're kind of on a running pattern for this summer. Kind of, again, we've hit meh. The soundtrack was meh. You know, I can't really say anything about it because it didn't strike me as anything interesting beyond kind of typical action movie blah.
If you played the entire soundtrack for me, I probably wouldn't recognize that it came from this movie.
That's probably a very good point. Cinematography was fantastic. The filming was done incredibly well. That's probably the biggest benefit we can give to this movie is that the shots were done, like, just if you watch the movie and you watch it for the filming, it's really well done.
It plays around with sort of people moving around areas. There's a really great scene which involves Jeremy Renner climbing up a house and just showing how he gets from the bottom layer, coming to the outside and climbing up a couple of stories to get to the top and go in there. That was really well done. I mean, if it were in a movie I actually cared about, I might be highlighting it as really great praise for the movie, but it doesn't make up for the just...
Overall, we're gonna, if you haven't figured it out by this point, we'll state it again. Don't go. This movie was awful. Like, normally this is the point where we go, like, things to look out for. You might recognize characters from the previous movies, but honestly, do you care?
This movie was terrible. I think that the only way that I could possibly take this movie as something fun is if you think of this as an origin story for Hawkeye from Avengers. That is the only way I can take this movie as any way fun. Otherwise, it's terrible. It's schlock that takes itself seriously. And that's just awful.
Well, we're going to call it there because otherwise we could probably rip on this movie for another hour. So, I'm Albatross.
I'm Snake Eyes.
We're the Brothers Herman, signing off.
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?